Hey guys, I'm here from AT Sports again. We're doing another stock review video today. Today's a bit more of a little bit of a special one because we've got some players bats in from SG. We've got two players bats in, one MS and one Rahul. So yeah, our special bat. So yeah, let's get right into it. This first one is the MS. You may have seen him using this sort of stuff. These SG bats, like this classic sticker design, front and back. In the recent IPL, he's been sort of using these sort of retro stickers for the last sort of 2 years. Yeah, and I think he switches between SG, BAS and SS. So I think these were sort of manufacturers that sort of helped him out throughout the years. So yeah, he's sort of gone with these guys sort of at the back end of his career to sort of help promote them and stuff. But anyways, yeah, this is the MS. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 grains on this one. Very straight, very clean and even grains. So yeah, top quality willow, as you'd expect on a player's bat. And on this one, you got very thick edges, probably about a medium to high spine, and then maybe mid-middle with the spine sort of rounding off into the toe. Speaking of the toe, it's actually quite a rounded toe as well, which you see MS use a lot. But yeah, it's one of the sort of key features of one of his bats. Yeah, I think the thinking behind it is that it's more durable, and then it helps him also slide his bat a lot easier as well. Yeah, compared to a square toe. But yeah, medium to high spine with the spine sort of going all the way in to the handle. And then concaving is very full. Sorry, there's no concaving, it's a very full profile. It's almost convex as well. So yeah, you're getting a very wide hitting spot. So yeah. In terms of the handle, we've got a medium, probably a medium thickness oval handle at the bottom. Tapering to a round at the top. The weight on this is 211, but the pickup is honestly it's 2 ounces lighter than its actual weight. So actually, for 211 bat, it picks up around about 2.9, which is it's hard to believe, but yeah, that's I guess the skill of the craftsmanship of whoever made this bat at the SG factory is yeah, they've done a really good job in terms of balancing this bat. And what that means is, like, if you've got a bat that's 211, but the pickup is 2.9, it means you're getting the power of a 211 in a 2.9 pickup, because you can sort of have a dead weight of any bat, but you can sometimes get 2.7 bats that pick up 2.9. So yeah, in terms of the feel is more important than the actual dead weight, in my opinion. If it feels 2.9, picks up 2.11, then who cares? It's 2.9 in my head. But yeah, that's my opinion on that. Other people might have different views, which is totally fine, which is what makes this game so beautiful, because everyone has their own individual thoughts and techniques, and creates great discussions. But yeah, anyways, onto the gauge. So we've got really thick edges that probably maximizing the edges on the gauge, but the spine is more about a 63 mil spine. So yeah, quite a big profile. Yeah, and then quite thick as well, like it goes quite thick across the sort of hitting board. So their toe is quite thick, the shoulders are decently thick, and then it maintains its sort of thickness as well, a fair bit throughout the bat. But yeah, moving on to the ping. We'll start off with the new ball. Yeah, as you expect on a player's bat, it's got fantastic ping on that as well. And on top of that, because it's 211, you're getting a lot more sort of weight behind the ball as well, so that really helps with the rebound. Yeah, move on to the old one. It's got a lovely sound to it as well, it's nice and crisp. There is a bit of seam marks on here, so it's a little bit of softer press. Yeah, it will take maybe about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours worth of knocking in, and then it'll be ready to go for the nets and then eventually into the match. But yeah, that was SG Players Bet number 1, the MS. And then moving on to number 2, which is the KL Rahul Players Bet. So yeah, we'll count up the grains. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 grains. So yeah, a lot of grains. I rarely ever see that many grains on a bat. Maximum is usually up to about 13, 14 grains. But yeah, that's a lot of grains. So yeah, what that means is this bat's going to reach its peak performance very, very quickly, which is exactly what players need, because they're sort of cycling through bats very, very quickly, and they need something that gets ready very quickly, and yeah, they're done and dusted. But yeah, that's a lot of grains, high quality willow, very straight as well, and very clean, so there's no sort of blemishes as well. So yeah, fantastic high quality piece of willow, and then on top of that we'll move on to the profile. We've sort of got like a mid to mid-low profile with the spine sort of rounding off into the toe. Decent sized toe on this one as well, thick edges and sort of a medium to high spine, and then the spine going all the way into the handle as well. So yeah, in terms of concaving, very, very full profile. So no concaving whatsoever. It's almost a convex profile on this as well. So yeah, you're getting a massive sort of very, very wide sweet spot on this. Yeah, so yeah, big bat, very big bat. And then the weight on this is 29.3. But in terms of pickup, again, it's really fantastically balanced. It picks up about a 2.8, I reckon. So yeah, whoever's sort of doing this in the SG factory is doing a great job in terms of balancing the bats. Yeah, not much more to say, but yeah, fantastic balancing on that. So yeah, move on to the gauge. Check the specs. So yeah, very close to maximizing out the specs. So we've got about 64, 65 mil spine and about a 40 mil edge as well. So yeah, very big bat, really big bat as well. The handle is a medium round handle at the bottom, and it sort of tapers a little bit up at the top, so it's sort of a medium to thin at the top. So yeah, medium round at the bottom, so yeah, feels nice. And then we'll move on to the P. So we got start off with the new ball. Lovely softly pressed. It's got yeah, great response again. This is what you expect from 1 a 20 grainer bat and 2 a player's bat as well. And then move on to the old ball. So yeah, it's got a nice sound to it as well. It sounds nice and sort of crisp. Yeah, lovely response as well. Again, sort of you're seeing a bit of speed marks as well, so you'll need probably an hour and a half worth of knocking, hour and a half to 2 hours maybe, and then we'll get to sort of peak performance. And then one thing I forgot to do in the MS is actually do this mallet sort of test. So the mallet sort of tells us where exactly the response is. The ball tells us how good the response is, but I like to do the mallet to tell me where exactly the response is. So yeah, we'll start from the toe. So So if it lands dead like that, then it means it's not a great response. But once you start to see more of a bounce like that, then it means it's a good response. So yeah, we'll start from the toe. So yeah, we're starting to see a little bit from quite low down. And yeah, that's the sort of the peak zone. So yeah, probably from about there to there is quite the peak sort of power zone of this one. But yeah, and then we'll do the same for the KL. Start from the toe. So yeah, probably starting to see a bit from here, and then it sort of reaches its peak very quickly. So yeah, probably you're getting some sort of response up here even, but its peak zone is probably from about here to about here. So yeah, that was the 2 SG Players bats we've got in at the moment. So yeah, if you fancy any of these two, then let us know. We'll be sure to sort it out. We'll jump onto the website. And on the website, we've actually got these exact bats photos and details listed up there, so it's a bit easy for you guys to sort of pick the exact one you want. We've done that because the players' bat specs sort of change quite often. So yeah, it's a bit more update on if having actual images rather than if it's a sort of a random, like well, not a random but a regular bat off the shelf where they're supposed to be the exact same shapes and willow grades and weights and all that sort of stuff from bat to bat if you reorder them. But with players' bats, they sort of change pretty much every time you reorder a bat. A player's bat, it sort of changes depending on, because they're playing all over the world. They have different profiles and stuff like that, so you get bats made intended for them, but they didn't take it for whatever reason, so the profile's changed. So yeah, it's just a bit easier to keep the players' bats updated every time they come in, so we update with new sort of specs and stuff like that, so you guys can sort of have the exact up-to-date sort of profile and bio of each bat, just to make it a bit easier for you guys to purchase. So yeah, but yeah, like if you guys fancy one of these, be sure to contact us or head straight to the website and go purchase it there at www.atsport.com.au. But yeah, that's it for today. So yeah, catch you on the next one, guys.